Welcome to your extra shot of sunrise. I am Carlos Diaz. That is Meredith Juliet in the newsroom. And we have our countdown. Do we have the clarity? It's called the clarity clock, by the way. I didn't know we had a name for this clock.
I didn't either. I like it, though.
Yeah, it says clarity clock. Do we have
Carlos with the clarity clock.
Yeah, there we go. That's a tongue twister. There's the clarity clock. I don't know why they don't call it the countdown clock. Why is it?
Fair point.
Why do we call it the clarity clock?
That's a very good point.
Okay, there we go. So Dale, our director, said we don't know any better. It's just a countdown clock. So
okay.
5 days, 5 hours, and 29 minutes is where we stand. The city is roaring back to life with fans and drivers gearing up for the greatest spectacle in racing. Monday, the track was used for a different kind of race. Penske drivers Joseph Newgarden and Will Power traded in their Indy cars for iPads to race robots.
Fun.
It was a really cool. I know, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Good competition. They were racing 14-year-old Raleigh patient Cameron. Now, typically drivers are able to make visits with patients in person. We see that every year. But of course, with COVID, there's been some changes. That's Cameron right there, and he's powering his car, if you will. And both drivers said they had a blast.
That looks like so much fun.
It's actually good to get a couple days off, but it's really cool to, do something for the kids that are in hospital and actually make their afternoon a bit of fun, getting to race us and then getting to watch us on TV on Sunday.
Cameron can claim victory over one of the drivers. He beat Joseph Newgarden in the race, but Will Power loses to no one. I will crush you. Remember, 13 News is your home for the month of May. We're the only place where you can watch the race this Sunday, May 30th. Tune in bright and early for our special live coverage of the race starting at 5 a.m. Julia and I will be here in studio starting at 5 a.m., which I'm very happy about because, although, you know what, I was happy about it when we got the assignment a few weeks ago.
Right.
Because 2 years ago and last year, so 2 years ago in May and then last year in August, super hot.
Right.
Were you
Sweaty.
out? Were you out? Where were you? Were you
2 years ago, I had just started, so I wasn't there. Last year I was in my apartment, and this year I'll be right here.
Okay. They just not letting you go to the track.
They just said, no, you're an indoor cat.
It can get so hot.
Yeah.
It gets so hot out there. And so, but it looks like we're going to have a really cool and nice, race day.
Yeah.
With temperatures in the middle 70s. So
Looks beautiful.
I mean, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Right.
By the way, before we get to the next story, today's National Wine Day. So in the comment section below, your favorite wine. Okay?
Ooh, love that.
Yeah. I'll start it off. My wife's a big Moscato fan.
Okay.
So then that makes me a Moscato fan because you got to buy the same kind.
Right.
But yeah, I do agree. The sweeter, the better. I like the sweet wines.
Me too.
Of course, consumed responsibly. Yeah,
sure.
if you will. So we'll wait for your response a little bit later, unless you want to give it now.
Getting a lot of good, I'm going to hold mine. Getting a lot of good mornings.
Okay.
Alice saying good morning from Rushville. Joyce saying good morning from Versailles. Tim Fox says, I've been to the race 14 times. First one in 1981, last one in 2012. That's awesome.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we want to tell you about a girl who is writing a letter to Under Armour. So a young girl in central Indiana is hoping to make a difference for young girls all across the world. This morning, Jenny Renovich introduces us to a tenacious 10-year-old whose love of golf is leading to a larger conversation about gender equality.
She's easy to spot on the golf course. Flash of pink hair, purple unicorn head cover, and a signature swing that most golfers take years to master. Ressie Lemon is 10. Started the sport at 6 after watching her brother play.
I saw that it looked like really fun, and then I just started doing it, and it was like I really loved it, so I decided that's what I wanted to do.
And since then, this McCordsville 4th grader has gotten really, really good. Even recently competing at Augusta in the drive, chip, and putt national finals.
It was a really cool experience. I ended up getting 5th overall.
But one part of the game Ressie can't control on the course has this young phenom frustrated.
She hit a growth spurt and needed some new golf clothes and said, will you get me some Under Armour golf clothes, just like her brother? And there wasn't any.
Her favorite clothing brand doesn't make golf gear for girls.
There was like a whole wall of just boys golf clothes and shirts, and there were no girls. And online, when we went on there last night, and there were nothing girls. It was just all boys.
What the heck?
I know. I'm like, well, girls golf too, so why don't you make some girls clothes too?
In fact, at that national tournament, in those pictures, Ressie's wearing her brother's golf pants.
They're comfy, but they're my brother's, and I would like to have my own.
So like any athlete faced with a challenge, she focused. In this case, put down the putter
Dear Under Armour,
and picked up a pen.
my name is Rusty Lemon and I am 10 years old.
When we talked about, how would you even make a change? Well, I'll just write him a letter.
I love wearing Under Armour clothes all the time.
And in her 10-year-old little mind, that's what it's going to take.
My brother only wears Under Armour golf clothes, and some of the colors and patterns would look cute as girl clothes.
She wrote her note, and we put it in the mail.
Ressie's handwritten plea to the higher-ups at Under Armour even offers some design help.
Please call me if you need any ideas because I know a lot of girls that would buy your clothes.
And she's confident
Thank you, Rusty Lemon.
it'll work.
I think that they're going to respond back to me. I think that they will start making them, and then they'll see that a lot of girls will wear them, and then they'll be like, oh, girls actually do wear golf clothes and they play golf. And I'm like, well, I told you so. Good thing you made them.
A no-nonsense pitch from a girl with plenty of skill who just wants some flair on the fairway.
That she did take that step to try to make a change, I think is, as a parent, the one thing that you could ask for, no matter what the outcome is.
I love her. I
Yeah.
like she says, and I'm going to say, I told you so.
Yes. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay. So Jenny did a great job. That's a great report. So my son plays on the Under Armour golf tour.
Yeah.
So we are well versed in Under Armour. Okay.
Yeah.
And there are two main companies for kids 8 and younger as far as golf clothes: Under Armour and Puma. You would think Nike really doesn't make golf clothes for kids until they get older. Okay. So if you want a Nike shirt for your kid, good luck. Now they do make them, but they're so hard to find.
Yeah.
So that being said, they actually do make Under Armour golf clothes for girls. They do. But it is so hard to find them.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to scour the internet. Whereas when you go to the PGA Superstore up at Keystone, or if you go to Golf Galaxy, if you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, yeah, you're seeing so much more. I mean, it's really, you would think that there is no Under Armour for girls.
Yeah.
Because it's all Under Armour for boys,
Right.
And I would say by far Under Armour is the leader in boys golf apparel, with Puma being second, okay? And so, I feel so badly for her. But I mean, I pulled up online right here, like you can see, you really can't see it, but that's there's an Under Armour girl's outfit right there at the website Under Armour. But it shouldn't be that way.
Right.
She shouldn't have to go online where my son can walk into Golf Galaxy or the PGA Superstore or Dick's and just get Under Armour whenever he wants, and that she has to order it online, So
Yeah.
there you go. But are you ready? Here's the ironic thing about this: the company Under Armour, the guy who founded Under Armour in the late 80s, early 90s, founded it because he wanted to wear like biker shorts, and he loved the spandex that women were wearing, and he couldn't find it for men.
Interesting.
So just like this little girl can't find Under Armour for girls, he couldn't find the spandex and the underlayers that he wanted for men.
Yeah.
He said his girlfriend had them, but he didn't have them. And so he went and bought a bunch of girls' spandex and then took them to a tailor and said, can you make this in guys' sizes? And the guy goes, yeah. And then he started Under Armour because of that.
So maybe her message will be well received.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
So there you go. So I agree with her. They do need more girls' Under Armour.
100%.
Yeah, golf equipment and golf apparel, if you will. So, all right. So this next picture is crazy. Look at this car. It crashed into a house. An unbelievable sight in Missouri after this car. Look at that. I mean, into the roof. This happened in a neighborhood in the town of, wait for it, Eureka, just outside St. Louis. Police say the driver obviously lost control. It rolled down an embankment. By the way, when we were doing this story earlier, Julie is reading the story, and in the prompter it says, police say driver obviously lost control. And she read it so ironic. It was the great read by Julie. She goes, police say driver obviously lost control. So it rolled down an embankment, flipped over a fence, and crashed to the roof. Now, you might be saying to yourself, why is Carlos joking about this? Because everybody was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the driver was fine. The passenger was fine. They were able to walk away with no injuries, unbelievably, thank the Lord. Everyone inside was okay. They were asleep, so they heard a large crash, but everybody was fine. It just goes to prove the power of the seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt, you're going to be okay. but man, you know, unbelievable stuff.
No, that's a really good point. That picture is shocking. Especially, imagine being asleep and a car just comes through
You
your
think
roof.
a plane hit your house.
Yeah,
and then it's a car.
for sure.
And then, of course, imagine going to the car and then like going to the people, are you okay? And why are you in my living room?
And why are you inside my house?
Exactly. You want a Sprite? How about a Fresca? Talk about, hey, I'm excited for several reasons about this next story. Because Marvel is back with more movies after they pretty much wrap things up with the latest Avengers movie. So Marvel is back. Movies are back.
Yeah.
Talking about movies in the theater. And Marvel just dropped a new trailer for their movie, The Eternals. Take a look.
Throughout the years, we have never interfered. Until now.
I think you're going to start seeing a lot more movies like this, a lot more superhero movies like this,
Yeah.
where it's not guys in red capes and things that you're going to see. It's like just parts of history. The movie focuses on a group of superheroes who have been quietly helping mankind for centuries. It's directed by Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao, and it features a diverse cast including Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Richard Madden, and Gemma Chan. The Eternals hits the big screen on November 5th.
It looks awesome. I definitely want to see this.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that they're kind of figuring that out. It's like we don't need to stick to the guys in superhero suits.
Right.
You know, we can be diverse. You see women, you see people of color, you know, and everybody can be a superhero.
Yeah,
You know?
100%.
Not just white guys with the little curl
With
in
a
the front.
cape.
Yeah, the cape.
right.
There we go.
Okay, well, another movie getting a revamp, Willy Wonka, getting another reboot, and this time young actor Timothée Chalamet will star as the iconic title character. It will be an origin story. Chalamet will both sing and dance in the movie. Plot details are being kept under wraps. Now, after Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp, people are complaining that we don't need another Willy Wonka, but it sounds like this is like a prequel.
Yeah, but we just, you know,
Don't mess with a
the
good
original
thing.
was so good.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder was so good in that. And he even says that he's surprised, you know, when he was alive. He said that, you know, I saw an interview recently where he said, I saw an interview that he did in the past that I saw recently. And he said, you know, it's not a kid's movie. Willy Wonka is a movie that when they, you know, it's kind of trippy at times and this and that. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but he said it's become a kids movie over the years.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like you cannot try to recapture that magic, so why try? I mean, when you have an amazing talent like Johnny Depp and an amazing director like Tim Burton, and they couldn't recapture the magic with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was good. Wasn't
It was
great.
good.
But it was. I mean, it wasn't the original.
Yeah.
You know. So, do we have more comments? I'm sorry, I'm not even.
We should have a lot of wine ones.
Yeah, I know. It's always a popular segment. You know.
Oh, Kev asking about what race coverage, does that mean race live broadcast? Again, we still don't know that. As soon as we know, you'll know. Denise says Moscato, Italian. Tim Fox says, my sister's favorite wine is I want to go shopping. A couple people making like whining jokes. Tim says Moscato, DSD.
My wife chimed in. She said, yes, as a golf mom to two young golfers, I love the little girl. We need more girls' golf clothes.
Yeah, she's a cool
I will
little
say this,
girl.
by the way. If you're looking for girls or boys, DSG is a brand of golf clothes. It is like 75% cheaper, cost-wise, than any other golf clothes you're going to find out there, okay? DSG. And the same exact quality. And DSG stands for Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh.
So there you go. So DSG, you can only get it at Dick's.
Okay.
I discovered, by the way, that you can only get it at Dick's when I discovered that DSG stands for Dick's Sporting
Well,
Goods.
yeah.
But high quality, like shirts for $5. You know?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if for kids,
Way more
both boys and
affordable.
girls, yeah, check that out. So they
Especially because your kids grow like a weed.
Oh my gosh. And I feel so bad too, because in that piece, she's talking about wearing like her brother's pants and this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm saving all of my son's shirts to give to my daughter. I'm like, I'm such a bad father, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah,
so-
it works.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning for Extra Shot of Sunrise. For Carlos Diaz, I'm Meredith Juliet. We'll see you tomorrow morning right here, 7:15.